Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is GhostMut Gaming with me, Christopher, and we're back with Europa Universalis 4 and our playthrough with Byzantium, where we are attempting the Basileus achievement of restoring the Roman Empire. Well, last time, or rather, the first episode, we managed to reclaim all of our cores, and I gotta say, I'm basically still riding on the high from that achievement. And I say achievement, it's not an actual in-game achievement, but achievement for me. As I mentioned in the last episode, I've never done this. I've tried it a couple of times, both previously, like way back, and also now in preparation for this series, and I've never managed it. And now I do it on the very first attempt. I do it with not an optimal start, and I do it with a couple of, choices that weren't so that good, and it just worked out, and I could not be more happy about the start. So, obviously, there are a couple of things that we now need to take care of. I started talking about it in the last episode. The most important thing is obviously our economics. So, where are we? We have loans. Yes, we have a couple of loans. We have 31 loans, totaling 682 ducats. That is not optimal. I've done a couple of things already, like pulling down army maintenance, fleet maintenance, mothballing the fleet. I never did this, but I am going to start a castle over here. So we have that. That's even more money now. Beautiful. Obviously, this is mothballed. No, it isn't. No, oh, right. Mothball all forts. There we go. And that's going to be even more money, up to 5 now. See, I'm actually... oh, we're doing quite alright now. I was a bit worried about the amount of money that we were doing before, but now it's actually getting better. I don't want to remove these two forts, by the way. These two forts are basically the first... the biggest... blockade against the Ottomans. I don't think that they're going to create a lot of troops over here. I would assume that these are going to go... I wonder where they are going to go. Are they going to go back here or up here? Would it be the worst thing in the world if they're up here? Because then they would be disconnected from the other, because I do think that they have another army over here. I would assume, anyway. So, well, we'll see about that. But, yeah, we were talking a bit about the economics, and I was talking about bankruptcy. Now, bankruptcy, it would be quite fine, I think. I say I think. It might be fine. The problem with bankruptcy is that when you activate it, you immediately take a pretty big hit. You lose stability, you lose monarch points, etc., etc. Some of that can be sort of alleviated by doing a couple of things. For example, the monarch points, you can spend the monarch points before you declare bankruptcy. So you use the ones that you have. You don't lose anything that you could have used on something. So that's one thing about bankruptcy. But then you also have 5 years of, let's just say, complete and utter weakness. You are basically going to be unable to defend yourself, unable to attack anyone if you wanted to attack anything. So, not really the best position to be in. Now, as I also mentioned in the last episode, sort of the reverse of what I mentioned, because what I was talking about is what can I do now, offensively. Like, if we're not looking at the Ottomans, what are we looking at? Because, we're bordering Ottomans for the most part. We have a couple of Venice... we have Venice over here, we have Venice over here, we have Genoa over here, and Naxos, but as we talked about last time, they are a vassal of Venice. So we have those nations. We also know that Aragon is interested in stuff. What are they interested in? They're interested in... You have a claim, or... Why do you have claims over here? Well, that's interesting. Okay, so yeah, Aragon, absolutely, sure. Who are you fighting? You are fighting the Knights. Well, that's interesting. You are at war with Aragon, Naples, and Florence. And you are at war with the Knights, Venice, Naxos, and Ragusa. Well, would you know? Means that we might not join the Knights right now, because I do want them as an ally still. It would actually be good, because of their ships, basically. That's why we want them. So, but yeah, okay, so I'm probably gonna wait for that war to be over, because I don't want to be dragged into wars right now. But other than that, I mean, really not a lot of people can attack me, or would be interested. Naples has a claim here, Albania, but we're allied to Albania. Serbia, sure. But sorry, this is not my territory. Here we go. So yeah, there's a whole bunch of people that have claims here. Yeah, apparently Aragon has permanent claims here. Why do Aragon have permanent claims here? Historically speaking, why do they do that? I don't know. Naples, Venice actually has made claims. Have they made claims in this episode? I don't know. Obviously, Epirus has claims on this place for now. But for the most part, we're looking fairly okay, I guess. Yeah, it's basically Aragon that's the biggest issue, I guess. Which means that, yeah, we do want a few allies. We have Albania and Wallachia over here. I would like to get the knights for the ships. With that, we might be fine from Aragon, perhaps. So, what I'm getting at is that 5 years of being weak might not be the worst thing in the world, because we have a 13-year truce with the Ottomans, which means that we would have 8 years to recover after the bankruptcy. So it's not the worst thing in the world. However, we also have a 13-year truce with the Ottomans, and once that truce is over, there's no guarantee that they're gonna attack me. I mean, in fact, it might actually be me who attacks them first. I mean, just because the truce is over, it doesn't mean that they automatically attack me. So, I've been debating this with myself, trying to sort of gauge what I want to do here. And I think that I have landed in that I want to weather the storm financially, which means that I'm not gonna declare bankruptcy. I am going to try to recover this. I think that we might now, but now that I did this, we are looking at least 60 ducats a year, which, you know, that means that I can pay this off within 13 years and even have a few years over. And we were looking at this, debasing the currency. I am going to click this button once, and I'm going to see what happens to my monthly balance. Because even though we're going to get 2% corruption, we're not that big. So 2% corruption should hopefully not mean that I need to spend that much gold. I don't need to necessarily lower the corruption. I just need it to not increase, right? I'm going to press this button once. Do that, get 58 gold. So that was about 60.60 then. Yeah, because now we're spending 50. And so with this setting, we will pay 0.005 per development or to combat corruption each month. Currently, we pay 55 monthly to reduce corruption by 10 yearly. And if we don't do that, yeah, see. I mean, if I don't root out corruption, if we just accept the corruption, what do the corruption get us? It actually gets us minus on arrest, which isn't a big problem, is it? Where do I? Yeah, because since I played this game last time, I've actually got a new computer, and for some reason the map modes didn't save. Am I lacking? No, here it is. Unrest. Yeah, see, I don't really have any unrest to speak of, so that's not a problem. So, unrest, not a problem. Spy network for me and my enemies. You know, better for them, worse for me, not a problem. All power costs, sure, 2% is not super good, but it's not too bad. Minimum autonomy. Which one is that? Minimum autonomy. Right. Is that percentage? I mean, that's a number, not a percentage, but I would assume that that's percentage. Not a bad thing, or rather not something I care about. Mandate growth modifier, don't care about that. And then actually some bonuses for the equilibrium. So I mean, this corruption doesn't really matter that much. So why don't I actually go up to 10 corruption? And then at some point I can start, you know, working my way down that. Yeah, I'm actually going to do that. Do that. that means that we now have 297 gold. It means that we can repay as many loans. Actually, no. I'm gonna be clever here. Well, I don't know how clever it is, but I'm not gonna repay loans until I have to repay the loans. And why don't I increase this a little bit? There we go. So 0.06. What is that in? Is that for a year? Yeah, yearly. 0.06. It's nothing, basically. Okay, so that's nothing. Let's ignore that for now. Ooh, naval doctrine. That's something new. So that's sort of where I am. I don't think that I'm gonna spend any of it on this. I mean, I could spend some money, or rather, sorry, admin points to reduce inflation. That would give me some money back. I should have done that before I did the corruption, though. I realize I would be losing 7 admin points now from not having done that, because we are at 5.6 and we are not dropping. Should I take this guy then? Should I take this guy? Huh. Maybe I should. 0.10 each year. I mean, it's still 10 years for 1 point here. And I'm desperately looking forward to reduce my loans. You know what? We're gonna do it. I'm annoyed at the fact that I did that first, but I did. So let's reduce this one time. Let's see what happens over here. 5-3. Oh, that did nothing. Okay, so let's not push that button again. Let's ignore that. Sure, I got that. Because one of the reasons also, obviously, why I don't want to go bankrupt is because, you know, I have amassed a bit of power over here, so we can use that, you know, for various stuff like technologies, etc., etc. I don't want to fall behind on technologies. Now you have a 646, which is, you know, arguably a bit unfair. I have a 222 with a 322 coming in. A bit unfair, but it is what it is. So yeah, I think that is where what I can do right now, which means that this episode might be arguably a little bit boring, because I won't be able to do a whole lot. I'm just gonna chill out and not do much. So let's just keep time ticking along now. And yep, we indeed removed our mercenaries. We cannot anymore reconquest against the Ottomans because we took everything. The Phoenix rises. Turks driven from the Western Balkans. Military power, diplomatic power, and admin power. Nice. And advances in cartography. We can lose it. Well, we do lose ducats. And gain diplomatic power as well. And southern Morocco will be discovered by us. Okay, so we get a bit over here. See what's going on. Yeah, Marrakesh is an independent nation. Well, are they independent? No, they're not. They're right. They blew up Morocco a bit, but gave them a bunch of vassals, right? Well, 2 vassals. Okay, fine, whatever. Tatafelalt and Marrakesh, sure. Now I can't do the naval doctrine anymore. Why? I don't know. So where are you going to go? Where are you going to go? Yes, you are moving back. That's actually fine. Who doesn't want to join? Okay, so Albania actually doesn't want to be in an alliance with me, and I'm okay with that, because, you know, you have land that I need. You have land that I need, I believe. No? I thought Albania had land. Okay, never mind. That is fine. Because what we were looking at is that you've selected Ragusa and Herzegovina over here as rivals, and Bosnia has rivaled you. No, it was actually... No, it was Serbia that I was looking at, but yeah, I was also looking at, like, Bosnia, for example. You are allied to Serbia. I mean, it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world to have you. You don't like me that much, but we can rectify that. We can rectify that. I can actually do that. It wouldn't be the worst thing in the world to have you as an ally. So if you want to break that alliance, I'm not going to bother that much. I am not going to bother with that at all. By the way, how long have you been in this war? Can I see that? I don't think so. Oh well. So yeah, we now haven't reached the max amount of loans that we can have anymore. Cool. But yeah, I probably will want to destroy Albania at one point. You are, however, allied to Hungary, which is, you know, arguably a bad thing. You have Croatia as your junior partner, okay. Yep, they removed that. Alliance. Florence, wait, why the hell would you... Oh, because you're actually in this war. Whatever. You do you. You do you. And yeah, I was looking at the effects of a bankruptcy, and one thing is that your legitimacy is turned to 0. That's, you know, obviously not that good. You lose like 100 prestige, no, 50 prestige, I think. 50 or 100 prestige. And it's just horrible to do a bankruptcy. So, military power. We're getting a lot of monarch powers here. That's very useful. Okay, right, Patriarch Authority, Orthodox, how does that work? And with 0 Patriarch Authority, we have, what's the effect? Nothing. We can get missionary strength, local arrest, etc, etc. Okay, so we do want Patriarch Authority. We don't want to lose it necessarily, we don't need legitimacy at this point, so let's move that up a bit. Means that we now have ever so slightly increased missionary strength and lowered our own unrest, etc, etc. So that's basically what we can do. We can select an icon, but we need 10 Patriarch Authority. So let's chill out with that until we actually get to that point. We did also finish off this mission by owning all of our stuff. What we get from this is yearly legitimacy as well as aggressive expansion impact. So we don't want to take this right now. We'll take that as late as we can. And also, before we keep going, I know that this series is mainly for the Basileus achievement, but I was thinking, first of all, sure, it's not easy to do it. It's absolutely not easy to get Basileus, but it also isn't too much that we need to do. We need to go to war with the Ottomans a fair few times, and then we have like a few stuff over here, and then we're done. I foresee that not being necessarily too many episodes. So what I was thinking is that, yeah, we have the Byzantine missions. We have a Byzantine mission tree, exclusively for the Byzantine. And when I was looking through this a bit, it's basically just owning stuff. So it's own here, owning land, owning land, owning land. You open up more, owning land, owning land. It's just owning land. It's just basically everything around the Mediterranean, because, you know, that is sort of what the Roman Empire was back in the day. So I think I might extend this series a little bit beyond Basileus. I mean, we haven't even gotten to that point yet, but when we get to Basileus, which I hope that we do, then we'll sort of gauge where we are in the world. And I might be going a little bit further. I think that might be fun. So, by the way, do you like me now? You are at 46%. Go a little bit further. Maintain it for now. What do you... I love you, apparently. And you're like, you're tolerating me. We're not going to be able to get an alliance with you, because you are neutral towards me. We're a little bit weak. And no minuses for wanting my territory anymore, so that's cool. Let's actually stop with those things. How much... I mean... Why is it that you don't like me? Oh right, it's actually just the trust. So we could get you back. How far away are you? We shall see. But I might actually keep my relations up with Albania. Because, I mean, Skanderbeg, he's going to be around for a while, at least a little bit longer. So it's not the worst thing in the world to have him available. As for the Ottomans, I wonder how many troops he has. Well, we can check that, but I tend to not want to use the ledger if I can avoid it. You have 19 troops over here, which is, you know, not that much. I've crippled him a little bit. You know, obviously I took it there in a pretty good place. the rest of this is, I mean, okay, so okay, ruler just died. Sure, pause the game, shit out. Okay, Gallipoli is the seat of the family of our Basilism. Sure. So we've got on our new Basileus 322. What did we get? A 303. Not super good, but whatever. I will spend points for stability. I think I don't want to be on minus. It's okay that we're not on plus, but I don't want to be on minus. What do we have in state-wise? Oh, we can actually make states. That seems reasonable. That is that falls to us. Yes. Let's actually. I mean, there's no reason not to state this. This is presumably already a state. Yes. So everything is stated, right? Yep. We don't need to core anything, obviously, because, you know, everything belongs to us. And the knights, you're performing well. You are performing well together with Venice, Naxos, and Ragusa. Reasonable. I mean, Venice is a power in the Mediterranean Sea, so they would be very effective in this. Yes. What is this? Corruption is growing. That we can't have. We can't have our corruption growing. That doesn't work, so we need to spend a bit here. Down to 3. Is that because I've lost income? Not unlikely. We can do a naval doctrine now. We do have the Renaissance. So where did that spawn? Monferrato. Okay. Well, not too far away. That's good. So what is this? Naval doctrine. Fleet in being. A naval influence shall be felt without the expense of our fleet leaving port, except under the most favorable of conditions. So naval maintenance modifier. Cool. Free oarsmen, we shall fight the temptation to have slaves, and the condemned rowing our galleys. Free men, resilient in the face of adversity, and resistant to defection, shall form the muscle of our navy. Galley combat ability, that's a good one, very, very useful. Merchant navy, ship trade power, sure, and ship boarding, chance to capture enemy ships. I'm gonna go with free oarsmen. Galley combat ability is super, super useful. But it's going to cost me 94 gold, so we're not going to do it. We're not going to spend any money on anything that we are currently not actually in need of. Okay, we have a few disrupted... That's not that interesting. England, obviously, yes. Anything new here, by the way? Reinforced lane maintenance might be a good thing. Trade efficiency, sure. What I was just thinking is that you two don't be mothballed, because I do want you to be helping me a little bit with trade. I can lose stability or government reform progress. Again, I can't really afford the stability loss at this point, so it's gonna have to be government reform progress, sadly. It's not the worst thing in the world, but it could be better. And yeah, these doesn't cost that much, so it's actually not a big hit at all to the economy, but it doesn't matter because I have put down fleet maintenance. I didn't have to do that because I just realized that, yeah, it's not that high anyway. That's cool. So get you back on track. I can probably set you on protect trade over here. And you're just gonna chill out until you're healed up. Cool, cool, cool. Exactly what I wanted. So, we can already start planning out, like, what do I want to do? Well, it is quite obvious what I would like to do. We need to mark the stuff that we definitely want, which is... right, but sorry, we didn't have cores, but we want Albania. Might wait a little bit with marking their territories up. So it's not Ternovo. So if we mark here, we want this, like absolutely want this, and then it's Albania as well. So we start with this. This is most likely going to be our next thing. We also want Corfu down here. So that's basically what we want. Did we want Necropont as well? I don't think we did, right? I checked this before. Yeah, we don't need Negropont. We do already have Athens as our vassals, so that's cool. Cool. I mean, I don't want to throw this away. That's basically my thing here. I don't want to throw this really good opportunity here away. So you are now open for even more military power. I am open for a alliance with you. I don't think that that's a bad thing. It's Herzegovina down here, and it is Ragusa, so that's fine. You are, however, rivaled by Albania. Who do I want most? Bosnia or Albania? I mean, probably Albania, to be honest. It's gonna be a while until you want a alliance with me, if you ever do. We shall see. Who are you? You are only allied to me, and you have Serbia. It's a bit annoying that you did that. Do we have any chance at allying you? Nope. We are still considered a bit too weak, sadly. Yeah, the Mamluks obviously don't want us either, and they have too many relations. Yeah, our alliance options aren't too hot, which is sad. It is Herzegovina, Bosnia, and Theodoro. And Theodoro, I don't really care for up here. I don't want to get drawn into anything over there. By the way, also, if you ever wanted to go into an offensive war, can I not... clicking this box will prevent Wallachia from calling you to any of their offensive wars. However, doing so will also prevent the accumulation of favors. So, they don't seem to be, going for anything offensive right now. So I will click this button as soon, but I will still click this button. Once I get to 10 favors, we will click that button. Cleves apparently are joining in some war. What war are you in? You are attacking against Liege and, Austria. So that's gonna go. I don't know why you would want access through my territory. It's because of Genoa. You want to get to Genoa somehow, potentially, yes. Right, whatever. You can do that. Brabant, sure. Wallachia, there we go, thank you. Didn't have to do that myself. There we go. Click the button, and that's a-okay. And you are actually my only ally right now. How is your war going? Not as good as it was, but you are still sieging stuff. So I'm gonna chill out a little bit here. Do you really only have the one stack? That's not impressive at all. Aren't my loans coming up? 51, yeah, okay, so there we go. Repay loans. We need to repay as many loans as we can. Well, okay, we could actually repay all of the loans that we took there. So that's going to be like May, June, it's going to be every month now, it's going to be loans. Sure. So we're going to repay. We're going to repay when we get that. So obviously the one thing that we don't want is even more interest. No, inflation, sorry. We don't want more inflation, so let's try and avoid that. But yeah, as I said, this episode might actually not be much more than this. Because I can't really do much else. What are you doing, by the way? Do you not really want to do anything? That's interesting. You're just chilling out at this point. Well, I mean, I'm fine with that. I would be cool if the Mamluks would like to go against you, We shall see. Epirus, royal marriage, sure. Okay with that. Another thing, by the way, now that I saw that thing, you would get... I think that bankruptcy also gets you devastation, like everywhere. So, one more reason not to go bankrupt. Yeah, we're gonna get to a point now where we sadly cannot repay our loans. How are we looking financially now? 430. And we can get military technology. I don't think that there's really any reason not to. 634 though. Why is it so high? Right, the corruption. Well, before it gets even worse from the Renaissance, I'm gonna take it. I think that's fine. And we're gonna take the diplomacy next turn. I would, or the next month, I guess. Yes, repay loans. We're only gonna be able to repay one more loan, which means that we are gonna be left with C. Not much at all. Repay that one. 13 loans. That is nothing. And we still have 9 years left on our truce. So as soon as the loans are paid off, that's when we whack up the maintenance, I think. Well, no, sorry, we don't have to whack up the maintenance, but we are gonna start recruiting some more units. Go at least up to our force limit. What's our force limit? 20. Yeah, see, we can have 20 troops. I dare say, I don't think that the Ottomans have a whole lot more. I mean, they probably have more, but like not a whole lot more. Legitimacy or prestige. This is increasing, this is decreasing, so let's lose some legitimacy. Don't want to go too low, but we can go a little bit lower. We already have an heir, albeit not a good one, so you know what? Can you... Oh, are you a bit younger, is that it? You are... Oh, you're only 2 years old. Sure. Can't make you into a general just yet. A bit too tiny to be a general. But I don't know. I mean, just... I mean, for crying out loud, just slap a helmet on him and he's fine. Right. Diplomacy. Let's do something about diplomacy. Where do I... Do I not have... I mean, when I click this button, I will be getting a claim. It's like up here, right? Doesn't say, sadly, but I think it's basically this area over here. Probably including Albania, right? Yep, Albania area. There's gonna be these. We can actually... The states... no, where did I have... Here we go. Here we go. So yeah, this is the Uskup. We saw that one, yeah. We have... Silistria, Bulgaria down here. Did we get it here as well? Yeah. Hyra was in there as well. So it's a bit up here and a bit down here. Basically. So as soon as we press that button, we're going to get the claims that we need against the Ottomans. So that's a-okay. But other than that, I mean, it's a bit like... Sure, we can go against Venice. But you aren't really anything that I can do anything with at this point. So, yeah. Can't do anything about that. How are you doing? Okay, royal marriage with Albania. Would you like a royal marriage? You wouldn't. Well, that's sad. The Albanian ruler is infertile. That's sad. That is sad. Infertile. Ooh, too bad. Okay, Ottomans have declared war on Kandar, which is... Which one is that? Which one's Kandar? I don't even know what Kandar is. The ones that we could attack. There we go. Ottomans are moving. Innovativeness is decreasing. Okay. Neighbors are more technologically advanced than us, causing our innovativeness to change. What is innovativeness? Which one is that? Innovativeness can be increased by first in technology, first in ideas, etc., etc. Can be decreased by 100% innovativeness, yearly armor tradition K, yearly navy tradition K, and all power cost. Okay, so you kind of want that to be not super low. That is true. We can now recall that. How are we looking now? 9%. Much better. So now we can absolutely trust you to join in wars. So that's 13 ships over here. Did my two light ships actually start moving? Oh yes, the Ottomans and their navy not doing too hot. Who are you fighting? Are you fighting Crimea? Crimea and Ramazan. So that is... which one is that? That one. But Crimea. Okay. That's interesting. I mean, if other nations want to go against the Ottomans, I am super behind that. Crimea, yeah, absolutely, you can do that. Who do we need to... oh, I think I can rival the Ottomans, don't you know? I think that is A-okay. I mean, will I be able to humiliate them at any point? I don't necessarily think so. Hey, Ramazan, weren't... yeah, you were allied to Ramazan. You're allied to Naples. Is Naples free? Whoa, okay. Naples is free and allied to the Ottomans. Now that's annoying. That is annoying, but okay, whatever. I'll pick up the alliance with you. I can't. Now you are defending against the Mamluks. Why don't you want my alliance right now? Right, because you're allied to my rival, Venice. Do I need to... I could change out to, like, Naples instead, I guess. Okay, so we're not getting the knights right now. Sure. But yeah, the Ottomans were allied to Ramazan, and now they're not. And now Ramazan is just going around here, having fun. But yeah, okay, so we need to... yeah, sure, Mamluks. I can help you out. Would you like a bit of alliance? No, you wouldn't. Again, alliances. Bosnia. Indeed, Bosnia. We can't get an alliance with you. You are allied to Serbia. You are rivaling Albania and Herzegovina, so if I want Albania, that's going to be a problem. And you are in a peculiar spot. I mean, I can foresee some defensive wars over here. Even though that is not a bad alliance. You are still... I mean, I'm annoyed at you for only being allied to me. You know what? I'm gonna pick this up, and we will see what happens. I am not gonna be joining you in your offensive wars. Already, I'm gonna say that. So don't you dare try to get me to join that. We are now at 4 out of 4 with 2 alliances and 2 vessels. So they only have 3 troops, which, you know, arguably isn't that good. But let's run with them for a little while at least. So we can now sort of look for Ottoman troops here. You have 12 here. Where are you, by the way? You're down here. Well, that's cool then. Yes. How are our loans doing? 9 more loans. And we are doing about 5 ducats. That's actually pretty damn fast. Yeah, that war is actually not going well for you. Well, that's cool. But you are obviously taking this... as soon as you take that territory, it's basically over. So, so the truce is over with you. How is this looking? Trust is going down. It was 1,000 before. So we'll see if that is actually even something that's going to be possible. I will increase my army strength and navy strength. I could remove the 2 provinces that we have shared interest in for a plus 20. We shall see. We shall see. We can some prestige or spy network construction. I don't need a spy network construction right now. Yeah, keep sieging down over here. The Mamluks are... Where are you necessarily going? Venice. So you want to walk over to Corfu, probably. Is that what you're doing? No, you're walking down to Negropont. Okay. You do that. And we can get the admin here as well. There we go. So we should now be okay with innovativeness. That is a word I'm not going to be able to pronounce. Because I do want to get to, you know, obviously idea groups pretty damn fast. So we'll see if I can get that going. I think I took the very, very correct choice here in doing the whole corruption thing. And not bankrupting myself. So yeah, now they're taking both of those. That should be, yeah, that's looking better now. Obviously, the conquest was seen off, so they didn't have their war goal. The question is, what can you do against Crimea? Probably a lot. Okay, monopoly of glass will be granted to burghers, which has the following effects, or I will revoke. Yes, because this is one of the things that I was saying. Extension of monopoly on glass. No, you shall not have that, and you shall not have the monopoly of wine, which means that we cannot start looking at this. The expansionist zealotry is good. We are going to keep fighting the Ottomans, so obviously we need this. Oh, you have a good one. 4434. Whoa! Now that's a good one. That is a good one. You are fighting the Mamluks, Fadl, and Hejaz. Well, that is a good one. Right. So, I can absolutely keep that one. We will revoke this, right? I think I do want to do that. Now, what is the clergy loyalty at? They are at loyalty equilibrium. I don't know exactly what that means. The loyalty is 49 and 44. That's not too bad. So I will revoke this, because I think that is gonna give us money, right? We lost money for that. Well, I still don't want them to have those. Well, that we got something from. I'm okay with them being. Yeah, you're actually fine. You are increasing 0.20 every month, so that's actually not that bad. And we don't have any issues with rebels or anything like that. So all of that is fine. Yeah, I think that we have indeed weathered the storm pretty damn well. Which means that we should be able to do some good work before 1461. Hopefully, at least. Still a bit of way to go though, so let's just keep chilling out. Yep, that's okay. You are gonna just be you are gonna be fine in any time now. So yeah, okay. So yeah, Crimea they weren't able to do much. And ooh, 50 admin power, you say? This doesn't seem to change by itself, I think. But, ooh, that's a tough choice. Had it not been for the minus loyalty as well. But 50 admin power is 50 admin power. 50 admin power is 50 admin power. That's quite a lot. I'm gonna take it. Screw you, clergy. Can we... is there anything we can do, by the way, to deal with that? What do we have? Clergy land rights. We're gonna lose crown land. I don't necessarily want that. Again, I haven't really figured out what this does. Like, this number, what does this mean? What does that do to me? I have no idea. But okay, what can we do? We can do... Clerical Advisory Council. That is basically the same as I did over here, right? So if we do this, administrative advisor cost minus 25%, but stability cost modifier. Max absolutism, not a problem right now. Yeah, this we can do. I'm okay with that one. Burgers, do you have... You should have a similar one, right? Yep, here we go. I can deal with that. No change in crown land. Getting a bit more influence, I'm okay with that. Yeah, you can have that as well. I'm 100% okay with that. That means that we can have slightly cheaper advisors when we finally get to that point. So that's okay. Yeah, I mentioned this in the last episode that this is not something that I've been working with at all, so I don't know exactly how all of this fits together. There's a bit of unrest from these, but with our situation, we are doing good with unrest, so it's not a problem. By the way, summon diet. I think that we do that, yes. So summon the diet. What can we do? Corfu, owned by our Orthodox faith, means that we have to fight Venice. Prestige of 50. That's tricky. Right now, at least. And a fleet equal or larger than the Ottomans. Not a problem. We can do that one. We can actually do that immediately, I think. Because we are at, what, 17? And I wouldn't mind you actually being fleshed out a little bit. So, I'm gonna build 3 ships. I'm gonna build 3 light ships for you. Yeah, I know that I don't wanna spend unnecessary money, but I'm okay with fulfilling the diet. Especially for the burgers. I like the burgers. Because they have a fun name. They are like hamburgers. It's very fun. So, I know that that's not the most clever thing to do, by the way. That way of constructing things. Where did that construct? Well, okay. On this occasion, they chose 3 different provinces, so that's good. They don't always do that, the computer. And then obviously, trying to connect them to a fleet that's moving, also a little bit tricky sometimes, but usually it ends up good. Well, lost a bit of admin power there, but that's okay. So it's 198 gold right now. We are at 98, so 100 left. I'm a bit annoyed at the fact that none of the major powers have given me money. I mean, Muscovy, what did you give? Mamluks, you could have given me money. And what is hegemons? What's this? Is this like something you can buy then? 1,000 gold. You can be a cool person, basically. Okay, whatever. Lose legitimacy again. That I don't want to do. But then this admin power, obviously. Okay, lose a bit of legitimacy again. That's getting a bit low. It's getting a bit low. It's only 0.5 every year, so that's not a whole lot. I can probably not afford one more lowered legitimacy at this point. We are doing fine. What are our disasters, by the way? Average non-overseas core provinces autonomy, no problem. Yeah, see, less legitimacy than 50. That's the cutoff point for that. So, not one more. The Peasants' War is manpower and stability, etc., etc. Sure. So, legitimacy, while not super important, means that we can't go that much lower. Okay, so what can we do here? Patronage for Renaissance artists. So lose a bit of ducats for prestige. Constantinople gain 25 support for Renaissance. Oh, yes, indeed, we do that. Absolutely. So that means that you are... Yeah, you're pretty damn high already. That is beautiful. How we're looking otherwise? Yeah, okay, so we are actually doing a bit here. Well, that's cool. Why is that, by the way? I don't know exactly why we're getting that, but we are, and I'm happy about that. Okay, so what are you... That was the war, yes. That was the end of the Kandar War. You actually didn't even take both of their territories. But does that mean that... nope, no vassalization or anything. Interesting. Big old war for just one piece of province. That is unremarkable, the Ottomans. Very unremarkable. You are doing well against Venice, though. I would have loved to go for Venice at this point, by the way. I mean, you have, see, neither Knights or Mantua is actually joining that. The question is, how powerful is Venice? I mean, they have, yeah, I mean, the ship situation is difficult. I mean, taking this island, all but impossible for me. Unless I had help, obviously, which I currently wouldn't have. And we don't have any unruly estates anymore. Cool. Bohemia going against Austria, sure. Did we do all of our ships? We did. Did we finish the... Yes, we did. Did I get a pop-up? But I didn't see what it said. Maybe. No reason to seize land and no reason to sell. I could do this. But again, I think that I need to I need to read up a bit on estate land. I need to see what level of crown land is sort of a reasonable level to be at. Because 35 seems high to me, in a way, but 39 seems really high. I could probably see myself removing some of their land. Is there a... I mean, I would assume that a privilege wouldn't be able to remove land, right? It wouldn't remove land. Because this is crown land, that would be going to them. How could I remove land? I mean, sure, seize land, yes. And obviously I'll be taking most from the nobility. So I could do like a little bit of jiu-jitsu here. Seize land first and then sell land back to them for a net of -10 loyalty. I mean, the nobility absolutely loves me, which is just fine, because land maintenance modifier down, that's useful right now. We are so close to being able to clear all of our loans. Well, a whole bunch of people are apparently fighting now. Poland. By the way, what happened with you? You did Jagiellon, right? No, you didn't. Wait, what? Oh, yeah. What? Right, here. Never mind. Yes, I distinctly remember that was the case. So you joined in that war. You joined Bohemia, because you're actually allied to Bohemia. That's an interesting alliance. You've already eaten Hungary a bit, I think. I don't think that you have these provinces in the beginning, right? Like these three. No, you don't. So Poland is doing well in this playthrough. That's something to keep an eye out for. Now the Ottomans have troops over here. That's not exactly what I wanted. Not exactly what I wanted. By the way, should I go for like an alliance down here? Would you even be interested? You might actually want to be interested in this. It would not be the worst thing in the world. That's you are rivaling Cyprus, Kandar, and Dulkadir. I don't care about them. Yeah, let's actually talk to you a bit. Because if you have your troops over here and I can get an alliance with Karaman for the war, they would be able to do a lot of damage over here. Interesting. Now, are you still not really interested? Let's actually improve our relations with you, because I would like the fleets from the Knights still. Would still like that. What are we looking at? 57 March. Yeah, we're gonna get a few of these now. A few months onwards. But we are very close. Hess, sure. Ansbach, yes. I mean, I don't see any of you actually coming down here. But if you want to, I'm not gonna stop you. You want to do that? A-okay with me. Oh, we're so close to getting rid of loans. 5 loans, 110 gold. Can't get rid of all of it, but we are actually pretty damn soon. Where are they? July, August, December, April, May. Yeah, we're going to be able to get rid of these without extending any of them, which is just exactly what I wanted. And with about, it's going to be 3 years until the truce with the Ottomans are up, and we are going to have to build a few troops now. And obviously, I mean, the reason why I'm paying off the loans is because, again, I said this in the previous series, and I'm going to say it in this series as well. I hate loans. I have a really personal objection to loans. So I want to be playing with as few loans as possible, but I do realize that in this playthrough I am going to have to work with loans a whole lot more. And it is highly likely that in the upcoming war with the Ottomans, because we're going to go to several wars with them, it's going to be a lot of loans again. So that's sad, but we're up to 6 ducats every month, which is not bad. But that is with the army maintenance down. But as you can see, the army maintenance is actually only like 0.80, so that's not a whole lot. But we also only have 6 troops, so... with our force limit at, is it still 20? Yeah, with that force limit, I don't think that we would be making a whole lot of money. So that's a thing to keep in mind. We have one more outstanding loan, which is going to be repaid in just a few days. We're done. There we go. No more loans. Beautiful. Wallachia wants our attention again. So, well, I don't actually need the army maintenance to be raised. I just need to train troops. What do we have? We have 511. And our width is 20, right? So we need 3 cavalry, and the rest is going to be infantry. Let's start with infantry, though. So yeah, it's time to start training troops. We are getting somewhere. We are getting somewhere. Perfect. Patriarch authority, sure. Or ducats, but on the ducats is actually not something that I'm gonna bother with. Admin power, though, very, very interesting. Okay, some more troops. Can you... yeah, you can't even move because I have the maintenance set up. So, please move now. Oh, come on. 1 month. There we go. Recall that diplomat. Sure, come on. So what did you move? How are we looking, by the way, if I do that? Well, actually, it's pretty fine. So, we are gonna do 16 of these. Well, actually, now we can train them all in the same... can train them all in Constantinople, doesn't really matter. So, government reform, you say. What can we do? Strengthen noble privileges for national manpower modifier, useful, or national tax modifier. I think that the national tax modifier is just arguably better. I mean, sure, more manpower isn't bad, but no. No. I want the tax modifier. That is just good business. I mean, it's only 0.3, but it's going to be more and more and more as we progress. So, it's just a good practice to have. Right. Keep training troops. I do want to get this up as much as possible. Austria still the emperor. Sure, you do you. And that's the civilian war. I don't remember what this actually is. And I don't know if you have done the Aragon thing yet. But you are allied to Portugal, so I guess that's sort of connected to that in some way. This means that you can be you, and we can actually drill instead. I will have the army maintenance up right now. And we are going to have to start rooting corruption out, but I do want to secure the armies first. So we're not training anything now. We are up at 13, so 3 more. The Ottomans are moving a bit. You have 20 units over here. You just look ready, aren't you? You just look ready to pounce. I'm not super thrilled about that. Again, go back to allies. I might accept going over. See, I can get Karaman. I think that might not be the worst thing in the world. I mean, sure, that could draw me into a war with the Ottomans. That's the problem. That is the problem. And this is not Crusader Kings. So if the Ottomans attack Karaman, they can take land from me. And it would only be... I mean, you are allied to AQ as well. So if the Ottomans want to attack you, the Ottomans are actually going to have a bit of a rough time. Just a slight bit of a rough time. I'm a bit unsure here as to exactly what to do. Bit unsure. By the way, when is the truce up? Exactly, January. That's... I would have liked it to be a little bit later in the year. So we know that it is actually just 1.5 years until the truce is up, and it does look as if you are ready to go. And of course you have your troops over here, which is annoying. It might actually mean that I am going to have to go back to taking a few loans and getting some mercenaries here. Which isn't bad, just a way of life, but by the way, what's our army? We're actually at 16. Could potentially get a interesting general if you wanted to do that, but on this occasion I don't. You are at 555, so you're actually, yeah, that damn guy. But you know, he's helping out quite a lot. I haven't even gotten to these yet. And we again don't have interesting... we have a moral of armies over here, but he's a bit more expensive. Very annoying. Very annoying, all of this. You know what? I'm gonna put a cut in here and have a bit more of a think of exactly what is our best course forward. Again, would not be the worst thing in the world to have some mercenaries standing around, because, yeah, as I said, they are absolutely looking to attack me. That is quite apparent. And my allies, Bosnia and Wallachia, that's only 8 troops. And while that might actually be enough in a way, now that I think about it, if I have my 20 troops, they have 8, that's 28, we are actually looking pretty good. No good generals though on their side, but as far as I can see. And I don't have any option of getting an alliance with you just yet. So yeah, we shall see. So yeah, this episode was basically this was the economy episode, getting our economy back on track, making sure that everything is nice and clean. But yeah, we might be getting into a situation where we need to go to war pretty damn soon and take out more loans. We shall see. For now though, this has been Ghostmet Gaming with me, Christopher. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.